Dear liberal colleagues and friends, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to me to be here with you today, and especially to have the privilege of speaking here. It is indeed an important Congress we are attending, the very last one before the European elections in 2019. First of all, allow me to congratulate my fellow Slovenian Prime Minister Marjan Šarec and his party for becoming a member of our family today, that is full member of the ALDE party. Welcome. Furthermore, allow me to say a couple of words about the political situation as I see it at the moment. On every corner I hear people and many colleagues desperately saying that populism is growing rapidly, that populists will get a substantial share of votes, and that they can become an important force to be reckoned with. Well, I think the situation is more complex, and we heard already about this here today by different speakers. What I see is a significant stretch of political spectrum beyond traditional boundaries. On the right, leaders like Le Pen, Salvini, Orban and others are pushing their agenda dangerously far. And it is not only the far right, sadly, it is also members of the traditional European political families, like the EPP. In my view, it is far more dangerous if an erosion of political standards and values happen to large, established European political parties. They are the ones who affect people's life the most. Therefore, we must reject all kinds of negative radicalism, all kinds of EU destroyers, be it on the left or right. It has been proved in the history of mankind for many times that such radicalism and populism are only tools for creating fog. Their aim is to distract us from many real issues and challenges of our era, issues such as poverty, sustainable development, and global warming, to name just a few. However, I firmly believe that also we, liberals, have to be radical in one thing and one thing only. We have to be radical in endeavoring for normality, for human rights and freedoms, for European democratic values and principles, which have been so hardly won through centuries. Nevertheless, I, as a liberal, feel a moral duty and obligation to stand for these values and radically argue in their favor. One of the core liberal values has always been the rule of law. It has always been a key value of the party I lead. It has also been, being a law professor, in the center of my professional life. Once we accept that the rule of law can be subjected to a relative and opportune political circumstance, as it was done by the outgoing Commission regarding the arbitration agreement between Slovenia and Croatia, we abandon our core political values, and the rule of law is one of the greatest achievements of Western civilization. The rule of law means stability, security, protection of rights, predictability, and a safe frame for reaching agreements. And that is why it is so important that we are able to build new bridges, even if we don't agree on every single policy. It is also a reminder for liberals across Europe that the name of the game is cooperation. This also counts for Slovenia, where there are 3 liberal parties in the government. Dear friends, dear liberal friends and colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, let us go bravely into the next European election campaign with hope, pride, and clear vision of our stance and values. Let us be proud of our liberal ideas, and let us claim what is rightfully ours. Thank you.